Hi. Thank you very much for joining me and for taking the opportunity to watch this video. So let's get right into this. How does being creative, how is that going to help you to find funds to build an online business? Everybody gets to a point where they need to become creative. It doesn't matter how successful a person has been or is going to be. They will come to a crossroads where they're going to need to ask themselves the question, how badly do I want this? And they're going to need to become creative. And I'm going to tell you this or kind of explain it to you a bit more with a few stories. The first one is a true story about myself. Not that everyone wants to hear stories about me. But back in the day when I was younger, I went to a youth group. And they were putting on a fundraiser to raise money to take us to an event in another province. Unfortunately, the fundraiser that they chose to do was the Big Book of Gold, which was a huge book about this thick of coupons. And the book cost $30. Now, I attended this youth group, but this youth group was a part of a very small church. And if you didn't get to your parents or to the other members of the church first, that was it. You weren't selling that book. And I was a bit slow, and I didn't get to those people. So I had to get creative. I don't know why I did it, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it worked. The first lady I went to, she apologized and she's like, I'm so sorry, Leanne. You know that I would help you out if I could, but I've already bought a book. And I found myself saying, but you said you would help me out, right? If you could. She's like, yeah, of course. Well, would you be willing to donate $2 towards my fee to this event? Yeah, absolutely, Leanne. No problem. I ended up going from person to person in my church and asking every single one of them if they wanted to buy my book. I sold one book to my parents, but I raised more money than my entire youth group because everyone was willing to help me out. And the $2 was so much easier for them to do than $30. One example of being creative. The next example is one of my daughter. When she was 9 years old, she wanted to have some money for garage sale shopping. But I wasn't exactly going to just give her some. I do. But in this particular moment, she wanted to make it herself. So she started going around and collecting bugs. I know, wait for it, it gets better. And she put them into little plastic bags, and she collected as many bugs as she could. She must have had a shoebox full of these bugs in little plastic bags. And she sat at the end of our driveway with a sign that said, "Come see my bug emporium." I don't even know why she knew how to spell the word emporium, but she did. And she would charge between 25 cents and $1 for people to come into her room and look at all of these bugs. And it actually went off pretty good because she brought in quite a few strangers that thank goodness I was home. But she made $20 that summer, showing off a bunch of dead bugs in plastic bags to people. She got creative. And my last example is actually of an SFM coach and member, Steve Greenhall. He's the same individual that my accountability partner, Jelana Ray, interviewed in the interview that I had sent to you guys out in an email earlier this month, or last month, I guess, technically. Now, Steve, when he first started in SFM some many years ago, he's like been in here long before me. But he was asked by Stuart Ross if he was going to be attending the next event. And he said, yes, I'll be there. But Steve didn't have any money in his bank account. So he had to get really creative. And if any of you guys get to meet Steve, you ask him about this story. He'll vouch. This is bang on true. So he got creative. He created a course. It was 3 videos long. I think it was about 3 videos long. And it was on something that he knew how to solve. Then he went and he posted on every platform he could think of. And he said, if you would like to learn how to fix this problem, click on this link and join a free 45-minute workshop on this day. He posted that everywhere for about a week in advance. The day of this came, and he was scared. He was so scared. He'd never done anything like this before. He got on, he did his 45-minute speech about how this course could change your life and could, I don't know if it was change your life, but it could solve the problem to whatever it was that the course was about. And he sold 5. He sold 5 courses for $200 a piece. He was able to buy his plane tickets and the event. That's all he needed. And that's what he made. This is what I'm talking about being creative. Sometimes we need to get creative with our resources around us, with our smarts, with things that we have in our house that we didn't even realize we had, that we could sell, or things that we don't actually need that we can taper back on. Reorganizing finances in such a way that, you know, you can have a few extra dollars every month. If you want something bad enough, you will get creative in how to get it. And that is how being creative will help you to find the funds you need to build a business. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.